Welcome back, family. This is Adeline with adejuansartdolls. And y'all, I goofed. I did the undertones. I did his undertones. See? Did his undertones and on a video and deleted the video. I jolly pass. I'm so sorry for that. So the undertones are done. And the next thing to do is the veins. So we'll be doing veining, and we're going to keep this show moving. So first, I'm going to use some of the waterborne colors, vein and blue undertones is what it's saying. But this is really not blue, it's kind of turquoise. Green. I'm getting sleepy. I'm yawning. I'm sorry. So we're just going to make up a little bit in the waterborne colors, and then gonna get his veining done. But while you're waiting on me, could you go down and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, um, share my video, and comment on this video. I apologize for making a mess and not letting you all see me do the veining. I mean the undertones. Let me see. I gotta find me a vein brush. But guys, I told you over and over, I'm not a perfect person. So somewhere down the line, something might get screwed up. And I can't help it either. It is just me. Let me see about using this. It looks like it just might be a little bit too thick for some veins. Then this just might be a little bit too loose. We're going to go with it anyway. We'll make it work. Guys, I've tried to get on TikTok, and they just keep giving me the runaround after the runaround. And 1 minute they'll say I'm logged in, and the next minute they say I have to re-log in, and then the passwords don't match, and I just go through so many changes with TikTok. It's just not even important for me to be on there. And I guess that's what it is. Lord's just telling me to stay off of that site. It's all right with me. It is all right with me. One less site I have to worry about. Okay, now let's see if let's start with the back of his head and see if this is going to work. It might, it might. It might. Do you see anything? See it? It might work. It might work. I just like putting them on anyway. It just shows a little bit of a color and depth. Not really depth, it just shows the veins. Or it just shows the veins actually. Like I said, I just like putting them on. I try to connect them all on his head. All to one spot up there in the top of his head. I just try to connect all of them. This Joker has a big head. I never realized this head was that big. My goodness. And I don't know why I didn't. It took me. I had those two girls to do hair, and but their hair is really long, and it took me 3 months to do their hair. So I'm thinking, okay, uh, let's see if I can get some in his ear. Just like putting them in there. Put it like, okay. And that's why I put it in his ear. I don't know if you all can see anything. I'm just showing you how I vein the head. Sometimes it comes out like this, and sometimes it's just different the way I do, you know, the way I vein it. But because it's dark, I don't worry about whether or not it's dark. I actually like the veins to show because our veins show. Our veins look like this under the skin. And when it gets under the skin, it's just going to be very little noticeable. But our veins show like that too. So that's the head done. And for the arm, I put some on the fatty part of the little hands. I try not to dab it off. And then I put some down his to make a thumb vein. Like I have that vein there. Then I put some to make a thumb vein. It don't show up that well. Uh-oh. Okay. And then I bring some that's kind of meeting here. Come down the arm like that and meet up. Then I'll bring some down the side of his arm in the front toward the front of his arm. So we have that going on. I might put a little bit right there in the middle of the crease. And up under his arm. I'll bring some down here. When it comes to veins, it's your preference. I mean, you do not have to put any veins on it if you don't want to put any veins on it. I like the veins to show myself, so I put some on there. Okay, now for the hand, this is what it looks like. Put a vein there. I put just a little mark right across his crease of his hand. And then I put some on this inner part right there. And then I put some on his hand, coming down from each hand, each finger. Well, not each one of them, but the fingers. And then down a little. And that right there in the inside of his hand. Underarm is what that would be. then on the front of his arm right here, it would be your front of your shoulder down. And that's the way I do that. And guys, they do not have to match. Um, the veins does not match on each side because, I mean, you don't know where those little wiggly things are going. Excuse me. Hmm. Sometimes I will go here, and sometimes I will come here. There's a lot going on sometimes on that vein. Okay, that is inside his head. Let's do those little ones up there on his head. And do this one across his thumb. And then this one over here. And then I come back and dab them up. And that's that. And then I will okay. See, I do have one coming down this way. Okay, that's about all I'm going to do on that arm. Put some up here. And then I put right here, coming around that area. And of course, I did the little line across there, and I come down the side here. I put some lines over here on the fingers, on the top of the hands, and down the arm. And then on the back of the arm, I did some here in the little fatty parts of his hand, and then down in the front, in this part of the hand. And let's see, that's about it. Okay, now on this ham hock, on this ham hock right here, I will start off and put one down the back of his leg. Okay, that's my start. And then I will come on down the back of his leg Okay. And bring it line on down into the back of his foot. Just not a straight line, but a wiggly line. And then I will come around here to the side and come around the ankle. And under the ankle. And in the front here. And then I will come across the bridge of his foot. Let's see how we'll do that. We will bring it from the side over here. And bring it around and on the top of his foot. And then on the side over here, going down into his sole of his foot. And I think that I want to stop there. No, I don't. Because I want to put one up here. Just dab it off. And then I want to put one here. Because babies this big, they got a lot going on with these veins. And then I'll put another one over here on this side of his ankle. And down the front of his leg. That. Now I think that's, let's see, about right there. So many places that you can put on his big leg. Okay, this is enough. Okay, so I put one here. I put one there. Put one there. Put one there. And I meant to put a little bit across that back leg like that because it looks like it is veining. It looks like you have blood flow in the crease of your hand, in the crease of your leg, I meant. Then I put one right there and down the back, all the way down his foot. I put one in his ankle right here. And then I put one in the foot and brought it up around and over top of the feet. Show you. Over top of the feet, several lines. And then the inside of his has a vein going around his ankle there. Oh, a lot going on, like I see. And then we're going to that, like that, and then I just dab it off. That's all I do is just dab it off. Once I dab it off, it looks like it's under the skin already. Okay, so we're going to put another one here. Just dab it off. Okay. And let's see how far around that is. We're going to put another one in the back of his leg. But we're not going to bring it down so far like we did the other one. Okay, then we're going to dab that on. Then we'll put a little bit in the crease. Bring the line on down. I think I'm going to bring that one down to the heel like I did the other one. Now we'll do some around the ankle. It's just when you do your veins, you have designated places where you're going to put veins, because you want to kind of keep them uniform, but not necessarily being exactly the same. And so we're just going to put one right over there, because you just never know where a vein might pop up. We'll put one down the side on this ankle. Okay. And then we're going to put one on the side of his feet. And that one on the side of his feet is going to come up on top of his foot. And that's going to bring my lines on top of the feet. And then we need one to go up under the foot. Yep, like that. Okay, and let's see, we'll look it over. I think that is enough. Sometimes you may have one little one on the knee. Sometimes with babies you may have them all over. Okay, yeah, I'm done with the veining. I put one there around his ankle, coming across his foot, up under his foot, and there's some veins on the top of his foot. There. I did around this ankle. And not around all around. Just did it like that. And then I may bring this part down a little bit. And then I put some up here, there, and there, and there. Got a big leg. It's gonna take a lot of stuffing and stuff for this baby. Okay. that's it. As far as the rating goes, we did good. Just 30 minutes, 30.26 minutes. That's pretty good. So, I appreciate you guys being here with me through this process since I didn't get the other one going. And I promise that I will not discard this video. Okay, so this is the veining. The next thing that we will do is we will do creasing. Oh my goodness. Creasing, it just takes so long. And this baby is so big. So we'll do some creasing on the video, and then we'll do some creasing off the video because there's no way that I can do all of the creasing on the video. It's just too much and it takes too long. So that will be the next video. Stay tuned. We're gonna bring him to life, and in a short, we'll have some color on him so that he can actually see what he's going to turn out to be. I appreciate you all being here. I love you guys. Love you guys. My supporters have been very, very sweet to me. And I love the comments, the questions. And like I said, I will not leave you hanging. I will try to answer all the questions. I go on daily to my dashboard to see who has left a comment, and I will answer that comment, respond to the comment rather. So I appreciate you. And again, don't forget to like, share, comment, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I think we're at 83 of subscribers. But before I leave, I have something to show on my one of the videos that I did when I sealed him. When I sealed the pickle, I had to make a new jar sealer because it was putting these little white balls all over him. And I had a subscriber to ask me about that, but it was not me using the same brush to paint with. It was actually, mm, uh, it was actually the jar. When your jar gets to looking like this, see all that? See all that stuff right there? When your jar get to looking like that, it's probably about time to throw that jar away. Because I washed this jar out, but I couldn't get all of that stuff out. So that's probably what was coming off. Once it's wet, it comes off into the paint, and then you start to paint it. Then I have a new jar, and do you see how clear that new jar is? See, there's not all that's built up there. So now I'm learning as I'm showing you, I'm learning some things myself. So when I know when the jar gets to looking like that, to discard it. I put it in the trash yesterday, but I took it out because I wanted to make sure that I showed that part of the video. I wanted you to see that you actually need, this is my primer and sealer. So let me mark it as I'm talking about it so that, mm, oh goodness gracious. Okay. So this is the primer. Well, and sealer. So That's what I use before I do any painting, and then I use the sealer after I finish painting everything. And I just use the same thing. It works. It works very well. So guys, I really don't need you to use my blow dryer to dry those. I'm not going to do anything else tonight, so therefore they can just be that way. I am going to start on one side of this kit to get some veins done, and I'll try to do the other side when I'm on the camera. I mean, on the video. So now I can say thank you all for being here. Don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate you every day. I appreciate you. And as far as me putting out videos, when I'm doing a series, I like to put them out every day because I like to do something to the baby every day. So you may see that, but then I might skip a two because of my back injury. Um, Sometimes I just can't set up very long. Um, but anyway, not trying to claim that. But anyway, I appreciate you. And I'm gone this time. I will see you later. Bye.